Have you ever opened your banking app, looked at your balance, and just sighed? Like you're working hard. You're doing the responsible things. You're paying bills. Maybe saving a little. Trying not to spend on dumb stuff. But then you look around and it feels like everyone else is somehow getting richer faster than you. You see headlines about people making insane money in the stock market. Someone's crypto randomly explodes. Another person bought a house 5 years ago and now it's worth double. And you're sitting there thinking, wait, what exactly am I missing? Look, here's the thing. Every once in a while, something happens in the economy that creates a massive wealth window. A moment where the financial system shifts just enough that ordinary people, teachers, engineers, nurses, office workers, suddenly have an opportunity to build life-changing wealth. Not overnight, but faster than normal. And the last time this happened, a lot of regular people quietly became millionaires. The strange part? Most people didn't even realize it was happening until it was already over. And right now, there are signs we might be entering another one of those moments. But before we talk about that, you need to understand what actually happened last time, because the pattern is incredibly clear once you see it. My name is Alicia, and I spend way too much time thinking about how ordinary people can build real wealth through investing and smart financial habits. If you're someone who feels like you're doing everything right with money but still not getting ahead financially, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today we're going to talk about something that most financial channels completely miss, and that is this. Wealth explosions in the economy follow very predictable patterns. And when you understand those patterns, you stop feeling like the system is random. You start seeing where opportunity actually lives. Let's go back to 2008. You probably remember it as the financial crisis. Banks collapsing, people losing homes, stock markets crashing. And yes, for many people, it was incredibly painful. But here's what most people don't realize. The years after that crisis quietly created one of the greatest wealth-building periods in modern history. According to data from the Federal Reserve and UBS Global Wealth Reports, the number of millionaires in the United States went from roughly 6.7 million in 2008 to over 22 million by 2023. That's more than triple. Now, obviously, some of those people were already wealthy, but a huge portion were regular investors who simply owned assets during the recovery. And the biggest driver? The stock market. Let's look at the numbers. In March 2009, the S&P 500 bottomed around 676 points. Fast forward to 2024. It crossed 5,000 points. That's a roughly 640% increase. Now let's translate that into normal person math. Imagine someone who started investing $500 per month in 2009. Not a hedge fund, not a millionaire. Just someone consistently investing. Using historical market returns, that portfolio could easily be worth $500,000 to $900,000 today, depending on investment choices. But here's where it gets really interesting. Many people were investing more than that. A couple investing $1,000, $1,500 per month could realistically end up with over $1 million during that same period. No lottery, no viral crypto trade. Just time plus assets plus patience. Now, you might be thinking, if it was that obvious, why didn't everyone become a millionaire? Great question. And the answer is psychology. Because the same moment that creates massive wealth opportunities is usually the moment when people are the most afraid. Think about it. In 2009, the headlines were terrifying. Banks failing, unemployment rising, markets crashing. The average person didn't think, this is the best investing opportunity of my life. They thought, I need to protect whatever money I have left. So they pulled money out of the market. In fact, according to investment company Institute data, billions of dollars flowed out of stocks and into cash during the early recovery. People sold at the bottom. Then something predictable happened. The market recovered. And those same people eventually came back in after prices were already much higher. Look, money decisions are rarely about math. They're about emotion, fear, security, Uncertainty. Here's an analogy. Imagine you're at a huge department store. Suddenly, everything goes 70% off. Clothes, electronics, furniture. Most people would run inside. But when the stock market goes 70% off, people run away. Because when prices fall in financial markets, it feels like danger. When prices fall in stores, it feels like opportunity. But mathematically, they're the same thing. There's another piece most people miss. It's not just the market going up. It's compounding. Let me show you something simple. If you invest $10,000 and it grows 10% per year, after 10 years, about $26,000. 20 years, about $67,000. 30 years, about $174,000. But here's what most people don't realize. The majority of that growth happens later, not earlier. The same principle applies when people invest consistently. The early years feel slow. Then suddenly it starts accelerating. And people think, wow, that happened fast. But it didn't. It was just compound growth finally becoming visible. Major wealth creation periods often happen after economic resets. History shows a pattern. After major crises, governments usually respond with huge amounts of stimulus and money creation. After 2008, central banks injected trillions of dollars into the economy. Interest rates dropped to near zero. That money had to go somewhere, and a lot of it flowed into stocks, real estate, and assets, which pushed prices up, which made asset owners richer. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If you didn't own assets, you mostly missed that wealth creation. This is one of the biggest drivers of modern inequality. People who own assets get wealthier. People who only rely on wages fall behind. It's not fair, but it's how the system currently works. And understanding that reality is incredibly important because it changes the question from, why is everything getting more expensive? To, how do I start owning the things that are increasing in value? Right now, the global economy is going through another transition. High inflation, rising interest rates, market volatility, housing affordability problems. And again, the headlines are mostly negative. But here's what most people don't realize. These messy periods are often the early stages of the next wealth cycle. The same thing happened in 2001, 2008, 2020. Each time markets crashed. Each time people panicked. Each time long-term investors who stayed consistent came out dramatically ahead. Let's talk about what actually works. Because most millionaires aren't day traders. According to research from the National Study of Millionaires by Ramsey Solutions, the majority built wealth through 1. Consistent investing. 2. Long-term holding. 3. Avoiding lifestyle inflation. Not speculation. Not market timing. Just boring consistency. This is the most important rule. You must own things that grow. Examples include index funds, stocks, real estate, businesses. Cash alone almost never builds wealth long-term because inflation slowly erodes its value. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for the perfect moment to invest. But here's the thing. No one consistently times markets. Not professionals. Not hedge funds. Not economists. Instead, many successful investors use dollar-cost averaging. That means investing the same amount regularly, regardless of market conditions. It removes emotion from the process. Here's a simple rule that changes everything. Try to gradually reach a 20 to 30% savings rate. Now, I know that sounds aggressive, but let's do the math. Someone investing $1,500 per month with an average 8% return could end up with around $2 million after 35 years. Not from luck. From discipline. This one is incredibly hard. Financial media thrives on panic. Every day, there's a new reason the market is about to crash. But markets have survived. World wars, oil crises, housing crashes, pandemics, political chaos, and over long periods, they've continued moving upward. There's a famous study about an investor nicknamed Bob. Bob had the worst timing imaginable. He only invested right before major crashes. 1,973, 1,987, 2000, and 2007, basically the worst possible moments. But Bob never sold. He kept investing. Decades later, Bob still ended up wealthy because the market recovered and compounded over time. The lesson? Consistency beats timing. Look, becoming wealthy through investing isn't glamorous. It's actually kind of boring. You invest. You wait. You ignore the noise. You repeat that process for years. But that boring process has quietly created millions of millionaires. The last time the economic environment shifted like this, a lot of regular people became millionaires. Not influencers. Not hedge fund managers. Regular people who simply owned assets while the system expanded. The opportunity wasn't obvious in the moment. It rarely is. But the people who understood the pattern and acted anyway ended up dramatically ahead. If this video helped you understand how wealth cycles actually work, go ahead and hit the like button so more people can see it. And if you want to learn how to build real wealth step by step, make sure you subscribe. Because on this channel, we're not chasing hype. We're focusing on the strategies that have quietly worked for decades. And the earlier you start applying them, the more powerful the results become.